Hey guys, it's Stacy, and today I have a book talk for you guys. This book talk will be full of spoilers, so if you have not read this book, I wouldn't watch this video, but it is about King's Cage. I have done a book talk on the first two books as well. If I remember, I'll link them down below. King's Cage is the third book, you know. This book was freaking incredible. First off, I feel like Victoria Aveyard has grown so much as a writer in this book. Like, there was so much more depth and development and dimension to like the characters and the world and her own writing. It's completely different. There was multiple point of views in this, and I think it worked really well for this book, especially at the beginning when we were trying to see both sides of things. I think that was amazing, and it really helped the story progress and grow. Like, it was freaking amazing. I feel like Mayor has changed completely from the first book. I freaking love this book. It was just a whirlwind of emotions. I just finished it like 30 minutes ago, and I had to film this video. This book, it's so far my favorite book in the series. Like, I really liked Red Queen, and then Glass Sword kind of had second book syndrome, but it was still a lot of fun, and the ending was still amazing. But this one, there was just so much more to it. There was so much more political intrigue to it. There was so much like more happening, and there was more to the story, and we get so many new like things in this book. And Mayor has become one of my favorite characters, and Mayor and Cal together, like, I love Maven. I wish he wasn't the way he was. Like, so with the first two books, I didn't really want Mayor to be with either of them. I really liked her best friend Killorn. I say Killorn, I don't know if that's how you say it. I wanted her to be with him in those first two books, but this one, I am all for Cal now. Even though I freaking love Maven, but I love Maven, but I want her to be with Cal. I feel like Cal has changed so much from the first two books too. In the first two books, he was kind of one-dimensional and like whiny and always like having a little pity party. But in this one, he's still having his own pity party, but I think he has valid reasons now. Like, really, like, solid reasons, and, like, he does more with that pity party instead of just sulking by himself. He does so much more in this book, and he's so much more a part of the story, I feel like. And I thought that was amazing, and them together, it was when they were out for their run, and they went into the woods, like that, I giggled. Okay, I out loud giggled. It was amazing. But I feel like there was so much more to this book now. And I feel like there's going to be so much more of this series. The last book, I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I kind of felt like I knew what was going to happen in this book. But by the end of it, it was just twists and turns that I did not see coming. Like, favorite book in this series, it was freaking phenomenal. Like, ugh. And, like, when Mare was in the prison, like her prison with the manacles, I feel like that was such an important part of the story. Like, how she's coping with it after, because, you know, Victoria Aveyard could have just made her brush it off, but no, it's affecting her. It's like she has like some type of PTSD, and like it's affecting her. She can't do certain things. She can't have people touching her wrists. Like, I feel like that's so important. Like, many other authors would have just brushed it off and made her, you know, she wouldn't have these problems. She's too perfect for that. But Mary is so flawed and so like imperfect and so selfish, but also selfless, and I love it. Like, it was just like, it made me appreciate Mare in a new light. Like, I liked her before, but I love her now. Like, this book is freaking amazing. I only gave it a 4.25 out of 5 stars, but I think it's gonna be one of my favorite books of the year, just because like I gave it 4.25 because the beginning was very slow. We were just kind of in Mare's head and what was happening, and like kind of like repeated thoughts over and over again. But once we got into it, man, did we get into it. Like, so I think this is definitely going to be one of my favorite books of the year, even though I gave it a lower rating, but it's still so freaking amazing. Like, yes, you see other elements of different stories in here, but not really in this one, but especially in the first two. So like, but this one was so incredible, and like, there was just so much more to it, and we got different perspectives. We got Cameron's perspective, which I really liked being inside her head. She's a very different character, and she's so young, and like, I really enjoyed her. I loved how selfish she was, like, because normally they're all just so selfless and they're like, oh, for the cause. But no, she was in it for just to get to her brother, and that was something I really appreciated, that her brother was her main priority. She didn't really care about the Scarlet Guard or whatever. Her brother was just her main priority. And I really appreciated that. I appreciated how selfish she was about that and how selfish she was about him. Like, and that was, I thought that was amazing, because I know, even though I'll never be in this situation, if it was like my sister, I would be like that. I don't think I could ever be like Mare. I would definitely be like Cameron. And then at the end we got Evelyn's perspective, and I really like her as a character, even though she's kind of more of a morally gray villain type character. I really liked her, and she's gay, and I'm like, me too, homie, like I love it. But I really liked her, and I was hardcore shipping her and Elaine. Like, even though we barely got any of it, I loved it. Like, yes. Even though her and her family were in it for the power, she was still, like, I love how in love she is with Elaine, and I thought that was beautiful. And I thought, like, I liked her because, I mean, she's very morally great, you know. She's not in it for a greater cause. She's in it for herself and for her titles, but she's still, like, morally gray, but helps. I don't know. I really, really liked her. I loved her perspective. I thought she had a very interesting mind, and I really, really liked her. So she was great. And then we know we got to see the Lakelanders, like the king, and now there's a new princess married to Maven. Like, I liked her as well, even though we saw her only for like a couple chapters. I feel like she's gonna have a completely different motive than anybody else, and I feel like she's gonna end up being like really helpful in the end, which I kind of hope that's it. I really hope she's like all for getting rid of Maven and getting rid of like the classes of like reds are lower than silvers and whatnot. I really hope that's what's gonna happen. It might not. She might just end up turning to be evil, but I freaking enjoyed it. So I guess that's all I have to say about this book. I love this book so much. Like, I really enjoyed the first two, but this one is amazing. And so yeah, comment what you thought of this book down below, or what you think of the whole series. Yeah, so I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!